Hey there, it's Terry, and in this video, I want to talk about what happens when you reinvest your dividends for 10 years. And this is all going to be about the longer term compounding power that reinvesting your dividends gives you. So, just want to first of all bring my first slide in just to say I'm not a financial advisor. Any of the content in these videos I do is not financial advice, and therefore if you're looking to invest, obviously I recommend you find a financial advisor and discuss your matters with them. Okay, having got the housekeeping out the way, let's move on to the first slide, which is obviously dividends can keep growing, and reinvesting your dividends creates momentum. So that's exactly the point. We're going to obviously do a stocks and shares ISA, and unless we're very lucky and have a lot of money, we're going to be putting in little bits of money, investing slowly, and we're going to start off by getting pretty small dividends. And these small dividends, as such, won't be exciting. They're exciting in the fact you've got them, but the amount won't be exciting. But the exciting part is when you automatically reinvest those dividends will automatically then get dividends of their own and reinvest those, and those will get dividends. And you can see the compounding snowball effect. I always call it the magical compounding effect. So obviously you keep putting your dividends back in, they get dividends, the dividends they get dividends, and so on and so forth. And it just slowly grows. And those very small dividends you got one day will become quite reasonable dividends, and then one day significant dividends. And the only thing that will stop that is if you stop reinvesting them. As long as you are patient and allow those dividends to keep being reinvested and growing, they will grow substantially over time. That's the magic element: time, patience, and this magical compounding effect. So yes, reinvest your dividends, it buys more shares, it increases future dividends, obviously strengthens your long-term growth, and just builds up this momentum, this snowball effect, this compounding snowball effect. Magical. I always say it's magical because it is. It's just going to be something you'll look at the beginning and think, they're small, those dividends. And then you'll think another day, wow, they're quite a bit bigger now. And then one day you'll say, wow, I'm glad I let my dividends just keep going back in and reinvesting. So yeah, compound is the real magic. It really is. And one day the journey will be changing from you doing all the major work and investing. There'll be a pivot point where suddenly the dividends become greater than what you are investing yourself, and that obviously is just a matter of time. That is something that will happen if you keep reinvesting. Put your dividends back in, do a regular contribution to your ISA. That pivot point will come where more is coming from the actual shares and the dividends than what you're putting in. So that pivot point will come. Again, patience. These are the elements I have to keep saying because these are the important things: consistency, patience, and letting this magical compounding effect take effect. So yeah, over time the dividends buy more shares, those shares create more dividends, the cycle repeats again and again. This is the snowball, and growth slowly accelerates. And as I've said in many a video before, the curve of success will be virtually straight at first, but then as time passes, it'll start to grow, and like a rocket, it'll take off. It will happen. It's just a matter of being patient. Keep doing your monthly contributions, keep reinvesting your dividends, and that moment will happen. So compounding needs patience. So that's a really important factor. And so anybody doing an ISA, stocks and shares, well, don't forget we're getting the tax efficiency. We don't have to pay tax on this, all the dividends within this stocks and shares ISA. So you're getting everything in your favour. all you need to do is be consistent and be patient. And the longer you stay invested, the stronger it becomes, the bigger the snowball, the momentum builds up, and yeah, that pivot point will come, and the money you have invested will start working harder than what you have to then do yourself. So patience and time and this compounding effect, it's a magical formula. Small amounts still matter. You don't need huge amounts of money to begin. Yeah, I've said this previously. The platform I use, I'm not sure, I guess everyone's pretty much the same, but the platform I use, I think you can start from as little as £10. You may even be able to start as little as £1, but I just do £50, which a month this is. So I don't consider that a huge amount to be put into one side in an ISA. See, for me, it's not just about the money and the investment as such. Of course, we want it to be a million, we all want to be a millionaire one day. That's a fantasy. We all want to. Who knows? Some of us will be. But it's the excitement. So it's not just doing the investment, but it's watching these dividends grow and watching the actual ISA grow. This is the excitement. That's why I look and do things each day. Lots of financial advisors would say, oh yeah, put your money away and then forget about it. Check in 6-12 months time or whatever and see what's happened. Too boring for me. I like to be involved, and I like to watch things growing day by day and see how they start to accumulate and build this snowball and this magical compounding effect. So smaller dividends, slow growing over time. Anything, don't matter what size, it's going to grow over time. Keep adding more shares, creates larger future payments, so your dividends will grow. And yeah, builds long-term confidence. It's got to do. If you're seeing your money going up and your dividends increasing, it's got to build your confidence. So why I reinvest everything, I want to keep my ISA growing. So yeah, my personal goal, as I say, I love the excitement, not just the money. The money's important, of course it is. I'd be telling a lie if I said it wasn't. The money's important, but it's the excitement of watching it grow. And it is slow. So you watch it first and you think, oh, this is really slow. But given time, it'll increase, snowball, compounded, and away it goes. More dividends. I love the dividends part. Excuse me. More compounding, stronger long-term growth, and greater financial security later in life. So yeah, everything to give this magical element and something to look at in my particular journey each day. Get excited and be excited about what's coming. And to me, as I say, it's magical. I love it. I love the whole process of seeing it grow, the dividends reinvested growing. I just only wish I'd have started earlier. But as I always say, better to start than never start. So, oops, there. The snowball effect. So, yeah, growth often starts slowly. As I say, if you can imagine a snowball, you've got a little snowball in your hand, you put it on the floor in the snow and you start pushing it. And as you can imagine, the effort you have to put in and the snowball growth is really slow. But if you keep pushing it, if you've ever done it, it clings, it grabs more snow, it starts to build, and that little handful of snow starts to build, and suddenly it's the size of a football. Or if you talk to some places, soccer. I'm from the UK, it's football to me. So it goes to the size of a football or a basketball, and then, a medicine ball. And then before you know it, I can't think of any others after that. It keeps growing. And yeah, you get a huge snowball effect. So yeah, I have to see the fun element. This journey with me, I love to have a laugh, and I love the fun element. Yeah, we got to take it seriously, it's money, but let's have some fun and excitement along the way. So yeah, at first progress will feel slow, dividends will feel tiny, and the growth may look slow, but it's all working in the background each and every day. So yeah, that momentum will come and it will build, and the rocket effect, slow at first and then zoom off it will take. So I think long term, build over years, not days. I like to watch each day, but I'm thinking long term. And long term, for anybody not what is long term, minimum of 3 to 5 years, certainly 10 years plus, but minimum to 3 to 5 years. And patience, consistency, steady contributions, reinvest in your dividends, and whatever you do, avoid panic. Don't worry if the markets fall. In fact, if the markets fall, just think, wow, aren't I lucky? I can invest and get more shares now for the same amount of money I would have had. And then when the market rises again, you've had that benefit. So don't panic. In fact, in some ways, you think, wow, I'm fortunate. I can get more for my money. So why this excites me? I enjoy watching the ISA grow. In fact, I sometimes think, this beginning bit, sometimes people say the actual journey of experiencing journey sometimes is more exciting than when you get to the actual end. And yes, so I'm not saying it won't be great to be a millionaire and sit a million in the ISA, but let's enjoy every day as we go. Let's enjoy every day, every week, every month, and every year in this building process. And let's get fun out of doing this investing. So no more boring investing. This is exciting investing. So get excited about your dividend payments, the growing number of shares if you buy more shares, the compounding progress. I love the compounding. It's I always call it magical, and it certainly is. Set goals and reach your goals. Not easy goals and not too hard. Just goals, how much I want to get to by a certain time, how many dividends of a certain proportion, or whatever the goals, whatever floats your boat, whatever your goals are. Set your goals and then watch those goals be achieved, and just build a stronger future. And so my final thoughts, and if you can hear a rumbling in the background, that's somebody's motorbike. My final thoughts are reinvesting dividends can become very powerful, and they certainly can, because this is one of the compounding effects. Well, that's not too loud, that motorbike. Let me just move on up the road. Okay, thank you. So, yeah, reinvest your dividends. Let that reinvesting become part of your strategy, because it's a powerful part of your strategy. And just believe that time matters enormously, patience matters enormously, and consistency matters enormously. So you've got three great factors there: time, patience, and consistency. Add that into the mix with your compounding, your reinvesting your dividends, and my personal thoughts are you're onto a winner. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I hope you enjoy watching any of my past videos, and I hope you enjoy my future videos. I hope you can feel the excitement, and I hope you get a bit of excitement. As I say, let's make investing exciting, not just looking to make more money, but actually something we can enjoy doing. So if you enjoy the videos, please subscribe, like, and follow. Any comments, put them below. Any ideas for future videos, etc. I'll do whatever I can to make the channel interesting, exciting, and if more people follow, that gives the channel more chance of being out there for other people to watch, hopefully do their own investing and get their own excitement. So thanks for watching. I've really enjoyed doing this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.